Man is the only animal that blushes or needs to. Show tonight, True Horrors. Live from the Brother Room Studios, it's a really big old-time radio medicine show. 3Chords and The Truth. Starring Molly in the middle and her old dog Do. And it's the psychedelic Prairie Home Companion.
Yep.
And it's the virtual haystack in your mind.
Yep.
And if you ever watch a show and your life isn't changed, we'll give you your money back.
You'll give us your money back. Oh, sorry. I didn't set myself up.
There's no such thing as sleep or jealous food. And being jealous about someone like you is sort of foolish too. Oh, I wanted you and you wanted anyone you could get. Losing you might be the best thing yet.
Losing you might be the best thing yet.
Oh, the longest day I live, I'll still be suffering from the shame. And in the gutter, you were making yourself quite a name. Oh, I guess the life you chose is the one you want, I guess. Oh, losing you might be the best thing yet. Oh, losing you might be the best thing yet. Losing you might be the best thing yet. Don't lie about it. You know it's true. Welcome to the family services. The family Sunday services. Halloween Sunday services. True Horrors. Okay, you know what, Ma? We had this big fancy
True
show
Horrors?
all made out, and you know, I'm just like anybody else walking into therapy. I don't want to talk about it. I do not want to talk about it.
You know what might help you, Dad? Hide behind those.
Persona?
Yeah.
Talking persona here? Talking young? Talking a little young, are you?
Yeah. Not sure.
You're a little young to be talking young, are you?
Very good.
La, la, la. What is a jaybird again? Naked as a jaybird?
It's just something that's pretty naked, I guess.
Oh, we gotta take a ride.
We gotta take a ride.
Okay, just step outside the door to your mind. There's an old black Cadillac limo outside there, and it's waiting to take you for a ride.
Gonna take a ride.
We're gonna take a ride.
Gonna
take a ride.
We're gonna take a ride.
Oh, past the honky tonk.
Past the honky tonk.
And past the county line.
And the county line.
Through the amber waves of grain.
Those waves of grain.
And past the dairy cows.
With their big
You got everything in there, you know, everything you ever wanted. It's the happiest place in the world.
It's a country road.
In the back of that limo.
On a dusty old road.
Yeah, it's a dusty old road. Oh, and all the girlies' toes are hanging out of the window. Somebody sees a great big old tower. Ooh, 50,000 watts.
50,000 watts.
Going all over America and the world now with the silicone chips.
Gotta love those chips. Those silicone chips.
Brought to you by Alice's Restaurant.
You can get anything
you want.
Down at Alice's Restaurant.
Down at This is a restaurant. Oh, down.
Drag it out a little more.
Okay, we gotta go with the station.
Yeah, pull up there. Pull up into the
Go in
station.
the old Retros 50 station.
Yeah. See Betty Page at the front
I
desk.
put it right
there.
down across the Mexican line, so I was lying about the 50,000. I can go 500,000 watts because I went into Mexico so I can get out of the licenses. You know?
Betty Page is at the front desk.
Worked really
She's
good.
gonna give you your specialty and send you on downstairs here to me, the Broiler Room Studios, for the really big old time radio medicine show starring Molly Griffin and her old dog Do and the Reverend Dr. Joey G2, coming to you live from station GHRT in the virtual haystack in your mind.
Moving
the
right
show
along.
always starts in 5 minutes, and we don't spin the tunes on the turntable, we spin them on our souls. So kick back, chill out, and relax to the mellow sounds of the singing DJ.
Oh, anything you want. Anything you want. Oh, down there. This is a restaurant.
This show is called 3 Chords and the Truth.
This show is called Son of a Bitch. This show is called Son of a Bitch, I Can't Stop Laughing. I can't stop my leg. I can't stop my leg.
I feel like a lot of sort of like old time rockabilly, Hank Williams, whatever tonight. I think it's 'cause I'm the devil.
Well, maybe that I gotta get over this, okay? Because I was born at the 7-year itch point with people that there was already too much water under the bridge,
Mhm.
and they fought like cats and dogs, and I was
Tiny.
regularly traumatized, near-death experiences over and over and over again. So when I hear people talk, everybody's talking about what's it called now?
PTSD.
PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of us got that so big, so
Mhm.
young, and it's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the people I know the same don't make it. I
Mhm.
mean, they just go for shit
Mm-hmm.
because there's too much anxiety.
Yeah.
But that is a horror. That was my first horror,
was your
and it's
first
over.
horror.
I don't want to talk about it
I
anymore.
knew this was a bad idea.
No, it's okay. I know. I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. So
Huh.
now I feel
Oh, good.
heroic.
Cathartic. Was it cathartic, Dad?
You know, they advertise us
Oh,
as
Dad.
therapy. You know, if we can't handle it ourselves, what the hell are we talking about? You know what I'm... You know what I'm...
You know what I'm
What
about?
And so, because there's many better ways to deal with that, you know, I highly recommend if it gets too heated,
Yeah.
that the guy get a little cabin close for a while,
Yeah.
a little separation,
Yeah.
you know, because truck drivers and
Yeah. Jobs where they
fishermen
leave.
and military jobs, and there's a part, you know, there's some
Mhm.
distance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's necessary.
Yeah.
Because the most important thing is kids.
Yeah.
You don't want to be pumping that PTSD into your kid.
You don't want to form their brains to be in chaos all the time.
Although I did make a lot of money. That's so funny.
But did it make you happy?
Okay, I said we're not getting too deeply into this, okay? We're supposed to run right into the song. Because this is the game of all games within the show of all shows, and the appropriate song for that little dissertation, beatitude, whatever you want to call it right there,
Yeah.
is an old George Jones and Tammy Wynette song,
Okay.
who did a little bit of fighting themselves, but I don't
Mhm.
think they had any little kids. Right?
She had kids, but from another marriage. I think.
Oh, there? When
Yeah,
when they
well,
were
with her.
shooting?
I don't know if the kids
No,
were there for
ah.
that.
Let's not get sidetracked on a George Jones and Tammy Wynette story.
Why not? Why not? In a pawn shop in Chicago on a sunny summer's day, a couple gazes at the wedding rings there on display.
He smiles in and nods his head, and he says, "Honey, that's for you." It ain't much, but it's the best I can do.
Golden ring with one tiny little stone waiting there for someone to take her home. By itself, it's just a cold metallic thing. Only love can make a golden wedding ring.
Only love can make a golden wedding ring.
In a little wedding chapel later on that afternoon, that old upright piano plays that old familiar tune.
All the tears rolled down her cheeks, and happy thoughts roam through her head as he whispers low, this ring I thee wed.
Golden ring with one tiny little stone, shining ring. Now at last it's found a home. By itself, it's just a cold metallic thing. Only love can make a golden wedding ring. Only love can make a golden wedding ring. In a small two-room apartment, as they fight their final round, he says you won't admit it, but I know you're leaving town.
Ah, she says one thing's for certain, I don't love you anymore, and throws down that ring as she walks out the door.
Golden ring with one tiny little stone cast aside like the love that's dead and gone. By itself, it's just a cold metallic thing. Only love can make a golden wedding ring.
Only love can make a golden wedding ring.
In a pawn shop in Chicago, on a sunny summer day, a couple gazes at the wedding rings there on display. Golden ring.
Good morning, Captain. Good morning to you. Hey, you need another mule Skinner. Down on your new one. Oh, all right, you got anything good yourself? What do you got to say? You got no. Yeah, I didn't really get them to talk to you about it because I just figure that yours are so minor that I would make you look bad. But you bring them up.
No,
Bring him up
it's
if you need,
I don't want to.
No, I don't either. I don't either. But let me tell you what happens to, because like I'm HSP. There's 50 million of us in Western Europe.
Yeah.
which means you got a highly sensitive nervous system. Now, oh shit.
Tell me about that.
So what happened? That getting really, really scared to death. Like thinking you're gonna die, because when you're little like that, you don't separate what's happening with your mother is happening to you. There's no discerning between the two.
Yeah.
It's just a real lucky thing that my mom was so close. She was constantly rescuing me, right? But she was also, Me Too has two stories. Because she, in ways, with words and stuff, she was sort of superior. Yeah. And she could have controlled things, but she was a kind of a fighter herself.
Yeah, she'd have to give up her whole...
stubborn Norwegian,
But that's like... Well, she should have just given up her whole personality.
That's what I did.
How'd that work out for you?
Better for my kids than me. Now listen, I want to tell you something. What was I talking about?
You're talking about your...
Oh, no, what I was talking about was, so the nervous system gets set up like that. So what you're more and more scared, so you're closer and closer to your mother, right? So come 5, 6 years old, and I'm supposed to go to school. I was sick all the time. It was a horror, an absolute horror. 3 years, it declined slightly, but grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and I was sick every morning. Yeah. It was horrible. Yeah. It was just horrible. When I think about it, I don't want to talk about it.
I saw this thing on the internet, and it was many people had posted pictures of their kid on their right before their first day of school. So they're all dressed up and ready to go and excited. And then they have a picture of them coming back from their first day of school, and they look like they've been through a war.
A lot of stress to a little guy.
Yeah, and it's like, I was looking at these, and it's supposed to be like hilarious. Like, oh, that's so funny. No. And it's like, this is horrible. These are little kids.
Yeah, and the transition should be very gradual and natural.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I talked about the horror of the first years of school.
You did.
So what would be the song for that?
Don't know much
because
about history.
Because it is the game of all games within the show of all shows. You know that.
Don't know much about history.
You want to do it like in a G like this?
Sure.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. I don't know much about my science book. I don't know much about the French I too. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world it will be.
Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. 'Cause maybe by being an A student, baby, I could win your love for me.
Don't know much about history. Oh, I don't know much trigonometry. I don't know much about algebra. I don't know what that slide rule is for, but I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world it would be. I don't know much about history. I don't know much psychology. Hey, wait a minute. Yes, I do. I don't know much about that algebra. I don't know what that slide rule is for, but I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world it would be. I don't know much. I don't know much. I don't know much. I don't know much, but what a wonderful world it would be. Yeah, baby.
All right, Dad.
That was the best part of school, was getting a hold of a radio.
Yeah.
Couldn't have them at school. No. What?
Then how'd you get a hold of one? What are you talking about?
At home.
Oh.
You know. What were you just doing?
It's you got, what's your final horror for the night?
Oh, Don't you have a horror?
No.
Hmm.
I said I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I think you sort of, you know what? It's about the comforts of home. I think that's where you're set up for it.
Yeah.
You feel a certain comfortableness when you get around the wounded.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I walked right into it
Mm-hmm.
and did another 20 years.
I think your brain is searching out.
Yeah, it's
What it's
it's
comfortable
some
with.
heavy stuff.
Yeah.
We deal with it all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? What about what I discovered though about the evolution?
Yeah. It's a pretty big deal. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what all this functionality is what effect it's gonna have. No, I think it's okay. I preach it anyway. So, that was something. So what do you got for that? Oh, I said, come along, baby. Whole lot of shaking going on.
Shake, 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 shake.
I said, come along, baby. We got the chicken in the corn. We got
some chicken in the corn.
Oh, chicken. Whole lot of shaking going on. Go ahead.
Come on, baby, we got the bull by the horn.
Bull by the horn.
I said, come along, baby, we got a chicken and a corn. I ain't faking, there's a whole lot of shaking going on.
Oh, I said shake, baby, shake. Shake, baby, shake. Oh, twiddle around just a little bit, that's all you gotta do. Oh, I ain't faking. Whole lot of shaking going on. I ain't nothing but a hound dog, rocking all the time. Ain't nothing but a hound dog, rocking all the time. Oh, you ain't never got rid, and you ain't no friend of mine. They said you was high class.
You ain't high class.
That was just a lie.
It was all a lie.
Said you was high class.
They were wrong.
Oh, that was a lie.
It was all a lie.
You ain't never got a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Yeah. Alrighty then. That was a pretty horror-filled Halloween show, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it was.
True horrors. I'll never do that again. No, I was an overachiever, right?
I hate to say I told you so.
That's why I think I should be able to say stuff, is because I did stuff, right?
Yeah.
Overachiever.
How much?
They knock you down and then they build you up. You know, they knock you down and then they build you up.
Yeah.
You know, because my mom, she was a Norwegian Viking woman, and she was just thought my red hair, and I was just like everything, right? So she would just tell me that, you know, a lot like the Jewish mothers do.
Yep.
And then my dad would come along, and he was exactly the opposite. You scum of the earth. You'll never be anything. You'll never do anything. And then so you end up a little schizoid.
Yeah.
And what you do is you move out into the world, and because you're so freaked out about never doing anything, you really get in there.
Yeah.
And then you start to detect, oh, no, he's full of shit.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. How much is that doggy in the window? Oh, the one with the waggly tail. I said the waggly tail. I said how much is that doggy in the window? Oh, I do hope that doggy's for sale.
Because if he is, we're going to go get Roger Miller, and we're going to go
walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song.
Bobby-oo, Bobby-oo, boy, put a smile upon your face as if there's nothing wrong. Bobby-oo, Bobby-oo, boy, you got to think about a good time. You had a long time ago, think about forgetting about your worries, danger woes, walking in the sunshine, singing a little sunshine song. Now you all go walking in the sunshine and sing a little sunshine song. True horror stories. It was a great Halloween show, wasn't it? Nobody come out of this unchanged, that's for sure. If you know anything about determinism, I couldn't be lying. Keep the cards and letters coming in, even on Halloween. And we'll see you in the funny papers and have yourselves a good old Halloween Dolce Vito.